I'm a shrimp, and today we are building a spa in Daze Valley, but not just any spa, because, well, of course not, it's in Daze Valley, but also it's a club hangout based spa. Because this is not just a, oh gee, I had a cool idea for a build. This is, I have some Sims that, you know, they need a little club hangout for their spa activities and drinking tea. So there is a dedicated club room with, you know, spa facilities and tea sets and comfy seats, and they may have their own little private balcony. You'll see. So it is on the same lot as what was once the gym in Daze Valley. I may have stolen a little bit of general, like, exterior build layout ideas from it. But you know, gym, spa, Daze Valley, there's always going to be a lot of windows. I took some inspiration in the little bit of exterior landscaping vibes. I did I don't even remember this more. I have one cool idea that you'll see at the back, where those nice little tiny little one rectangle rooms are at the back. And I can't remember, because I had the idea for that, and I can't remember if the idea for the roof part over them I stole from this, or if I just had the same idea. Does it matter? No. But you know, whenever you're like, I just want to remember the details perfectly. Though speaking of perfectly, I feel like this is a perfect little happenstance for me, right? Because I forgot I built this. I built this like last weekend, start of the week, something like that. And then I was like, okay, I'll have that ready for next week. It'll be beautiful. And then it is now this weekend, and I'm like, oh no, I don't have a build. Then I remembered I have this. Just needs a little bit of ramble on top. It is a birthday gift to me. For this is my birthday weekend, and then means I'm actually slightly busier, so I was like, I don't know if I have time to do the build. And would it be fine if I didn't? Have I ever skipped a week? Yes. Have I ever just not done a Sims build with something else? Also yes. But it was like a little surprise gift to me. I was like, I do have something ready. That's amazing. I'm also quite happy with it, as like it is a bit of a spa gym. You'll see once, you know, we get to walls and color schemes and whatnot. It's you know, mostly like creams with some, you know, wood tones and greens and whatever, in a kind of not like fully minimal, but definitely a less is more fancy gym vibe. And there's the club door. Yeah, it's gonna be a big club room because, you know, it's Daze Valley. Those celebs might be have in the club. It might be a celebrity club. It might not be. Who knows? Could be a club of people that want to be celebrities. In mine, it's just, I don't think anyone, well, one of them might be a celeb, or have like just climbed onto the fame ladder, but not super famous. But anyway, there is a pool area, there is a nice yoga area, there is a little actual more gym area, there is the club hangout area, and there's plenty of space for all the lockers and the bathrooms, and there's a couple of private rooms with bathtubs for, you know, the mud baths and different soaks. Like, your Sims will, and there's a sauna room. Your Sims have pretty much every activity covered. There may be a hot tub, but whether or not it is exclusive to the VIP club hangout, you're just gonna have to wait and see. Maybe there's two, maybe there's not. Would it be easy to fix if there wasn't? Yeah. I will say, because I should really try to cite this earlier, but this is on the gallery. My ID is Shrimp Chew. It's called Golden Daze, like Dazed, Daze Spa, but it's, you know, currently the most recent thing I built. I'm pretty happy with how it came out. If you're very eagle-eyed later in the build, you'll notice I like missed one wall or one floor tile. Stuff like that I did fix before I uploaded, so don't worry. It's shiny and pretty, and they were kind of subtle anyway because they were hidden behind objects and wall decor and stuff. And that's how I missed them. But don't worry, they have been attended to. Also, I don't know. It's just, you know, whenever you don't use items very much, then you'd have you're actually trying to build the pack. I did start out trying to be like, I'm going to try to keep this mostly, obviously a lot of Spa Day, and I'm going to try to minimize the other packs, but okay, for having the vast majority of packs, it could have been a lot worse, but it's definitely not minimal packs. There's a lot of the, I can't remember, the Bella Goth kit. Was it something Sanctuary? Is it Secret Sanctuary? I used like some stuff of hers in the VIP club area, like just, I'm sorry, the seating, the tea, the little, yeah, a lot of things, just, it was the vibe. It was the vibe. And then there's a lot of things where it's like, I've used a light from this pack. I've used like a candle from this pack. So like there's a lot of stuff that's like, you're not missing out if you don't have that pack and you still want this. Like the essence and functionality of the build's all there. But, you know, is the initial little list of packs used a little like, oh yeah, that's a few, huh? Yeah, it is. Anyway, I started this ramble because the Spa Day lights. And not like the nice little wall ones that I have definitely given for many a little cozy vibe around this spa, but the big ceiling ones, the big like dangly light one, the big spiral dangly one, like those are big. Like you need to either have a big like tall ceilings build, or I have ended up using, I've either shrunk them down, or I've used the big spiral one in like the stairway where I've deleted the upper floor so it has like the 2 floors worth of space. And it just looks great. It looks beautiful. I've used that. I've used the little waterfall walls. I just had fun with things I don't use an awful lot in literally their intended setting. But it was still fun. It was nice. And I don't build spas an awful lot. I don't really take my Sims spas off an awful lot either. Also, in hindsight, after I built this, I realized I don't think I used much of like the decor items that they added in with. You remember that one pack refresh they did for Spa Day? Yeah, because there was some like clutter that was like nail like care stuff, like nail files and stuff, wasn't it? And I meant to use it and then I forgot all about it. But oh well. Just you know, if you want to add that in, you can, because I'm gonna in my save. Like I said, a lot of my builds are like, I have an idea for the Sims that would live here or would like run this business or attend this lot or whatever, but this is literally, I was playing my game and I'm trying to play, I'm a save file hopper, so we'll see how long it lasts, but I'm trying to play like, set up a little family where like they're just going to be like kind of rich and snobby and, you know, want all their kids to be doctors and lawyers, that kind of vibe. So, you know, he's going to be a total workaholic, and she's going to be like a spends all the time with her rich friends at the spa kind of vibe. She also has a job, but I'm thinking after a certain number of kids, she maybe just becomes a not so stay-at-home mom. I haven't fully decided. See how it kind of goes. Maybe a bit of both. Because they have 2 kids. I can't remember if she is pregnant with the 3rd or not yet. And I might write in some drama, because like they're not necessarily the most well matched. They maybe don't like each other that much. They might be feeling a little distant from each other, but you know, appearances and all that. Like it's that kind of vibes. They might maybe she meets someone she vibes with a bit more. Maybe there's a little bit of behind the scenes drama. Maybe it's not that dramatic, because maybe her husband doesn't care. Maybe as long as appearances look like appearances, he does not give a shit. I haven't really decided. I'm still weaving these webs of drama, but you know, it's a little different because I am a little bit of a little happy families player. I feel like the older I get, just the less chaos. Not that I don't appreciate the chaos, but my chaos turns into more, you know, family of vampires living reasonably happily ever after, maybe to the not so happy after of their neighbors, depending on their feeding methods. But you know, like fun chaos. So a little bit of drama is a little change for me. Watch me get really attached to them, or like the kids, and then I'm like, no, everybody needs to be happy now. Could happen, could not happen, we'll see. I did really enjoy using the little room divider thing with the candles. I feel like it made this room feel like not just a square, because it is just a square, but it's a square that leads places, you know? It leads to the nice bathtubs, it leads to the little showers for after your little workout, it leads to the sauna, it leads to the club VIP. And there's a little hallway back out there to go around to the massage room, go back downstairs. There's options. There's options. But I feel like I like this enough that I feel like I could end up reusing it. Because there's some of my builds that I'm like, especially like restaurants where I'm like, this is a go-to. I tend to place in a lot of my saves just to be like, okay, this is a place for my Sims to go that's different or more things all in one, whatever. And I feel like this could be it. This could be it, you know? Gym, spa, swimming. There's a little bit for most Sims here. And then if they're, you know, celebrity inclined, it's an up-and-coming hotspot, you know? They might meet some fellow celebs. They might be able to be like, look at me, I'm totally a famous celeb. Look at me going to the spa. If they're, you know, pursuing fame. I'm not putting words in your Sim's mouth. I'm just suggesting what potential Sims may or may not say. May or may not say. Oh yeah, I forgot I forgot I put windows around the fish tank near the entrance. There's a few fish tanks decorating the place. You know, one by the stairs, one by the front door, but there's little windows, so you can see it from the outside, you can see it from the poolside. I just thought that was the funnest little detail. Like, everybody can see the fish. The fish are not restricted viewing. They are for everybody. Swim like a fish while seeing the fish. Debate going to the spa at all while seeing the fish. Enjoy being in the spa while seeing the fish. You got options. You got options. And plenty of new age speakers dotted all around the place. Plenty. And in my mind, that's a little waiting area for the massages, but your Sims may or may not have to wait. I feel like I brought my Sims here once, and I don't know if it's... Now, this was pre-big bug busting update, so I don't know if maybe it will be different, but I feel like I was having a bit of an issue getting my Sim to get a pedicure. She could get a massage, but the pedicure, it was like it would let me select, but then the Sim that was going to do it would like just lose interest and look at their phone, and I was like, what? Excuse me? I don't use spas this often, but I don't normally have these problems. But maybe it'll be different. Maybe it'll be all sorted now. Maybe that was in the big bug fix list. Or it may be in a future time. Speaking of the big bug fix list. Now, I'm a happy-go-lucky. The game does whatever the game does. I probably don't think about it long enough to go, oh wow, how terrible and bugged. But reading the list, and I'm like, oh yeah, that is kind of an annoying thing. I'm glad they fixed that. Mostly with the infant pick-up, put-down thing. And then there's a few others. Because I go, do I encounter that many bugs? And then I read a bug fix list and go, oh yeah, I know that does happen. So I don't have a point other than like potential high five to any other fellow simmers who don't have the memory for the bug list of this game. I was just like, as long as it's trying, we're all good. I can relate to being like, listen, we might not be doing 100%, but we're trying. Does a game need to be held to a higher standard than a person? Sure, but, you know, this is the vibe. Also, yes, I have a bar area by the yoga, because I feel like, you know, run the little yoga class, do your yoga stretches and all that, and then have a nice, refreshing, like, probable health drink. I didn't add in, because I don't think I used anything from Adventure Awaits, I think. I'm really not sure, though, because all I remember is obviously plenty of Spa Day, the Bella Goth kit, and the Cozy Bistro kit, because it just has some really nice decor. Had to use the door and stuff for the club balcony. Where was I going with this? Oh yeah, Adventure Awaits. You know, it would be excellent to add in this, like, the blender for all the smoothies. And that's where I would add it in. And then, you know, you could add in, like, the whatchamacallit, spin bike and stuff. But I didn't. I will probably in my individually saves, but for the sake of the build, I was like, I'm going to try not to use all of the packs. And like I said, it kind of worked, it kind of didn't. Am I still happy with the result? Yes. I kind of want to, well, I want to and I don't want to, because I want to build like a fancy restaurant. Because I was trying to look for some of the gallery, and don't get me wrong, there's plenty of nice options, but you know when you just want to have something that you created? / like something perfectly to your specifications. But I also feel like, because I'm not a fancy restaurant kind of shrimp, and I'm like, can I do a fancy restaurant justice? But I feel like maybe I sit down, Google image, some references, pick a vibe, get some inspiration. Because that's the thing. I try to build a lot of my stuff just like, sometimes I have a basic idea in my head, but there's no references. I'm not like Googling. I probably should Google reference things when I actually have an idea in mind, but it's all just sort of vibe based in the moment, for better or for worse. Usually for better, but I'm just saying I could maybe mix up my methods for better results for things that I'm feeling more out of my comfort zone building. Because I don't want my fancy restaurant to be like, it could be McDonald's just with extra tablecloths, you know? Maybe I just need the fish tanks, because that's what a fancy, that's the defining factor in a fancy restaurant, right? A nice fish tank, and but then you feel bad for the fish. You know what, that's the thing. I'm not saying it was fancy, but I do have the vaguest memory of going to a restaurant as a kid that had a fish tank, and there was definitely a lobster in that fish tank. And as a kid, I was like, oh cool, there's fish, that's so cool. Then as an adult, I look back on that memory and went, was that lobster there for a reason? Oh. But let's not think about very forgotten childhood memories that I didn't expect to come back to me. Like many a memory. Many. Oh, you know what? I think glamour stuff and life and death, that's what I used a lot in the, especially in the VIP area. Just it had the nice sort of fancy golden white theme. It sort of flowed well with the Belagoth kit and Cozy Bistro stuff. It was just a nice vibe, a nice look at my rich furniture vibe. I may have hopped on the slightly addicted to Tomodachi Life train. I may have treated myself to that for my birthday. Also, this was my big idea I was so excited for. The one thing I knew I was doing going into this build. The plants that are from the, was it Blooming Room kit? Whatever, the big plant kit. It's from that. I was like, I want to do a little thing where it's in its own contained room, but there's windows, so it's like I can just look through nature, but it's still like private and all. And there's gonna, of course, be a nice little glass roof on top for maximum sunlight for the plants and all of the aesthetics. And that is what I was most excited about. But yeah, back to my ramble. Tomodachi Life. Slightly addicted. Played the demo, like, last weekend. Knew I'd get addicted. Waited, held off, debated, but then, you know, birthdays, birthday money, a little voice in your head going, do it. I got it. I'm a little addicted. I have, at this moment in time, I streamed it. I stream over on Twitch. Very variety over there. Could be hit or miss on your taste. But Tomodachi Life, big, like 5 hours. I was laughing my ass off at all of the chaos. All I can think about is I want to play more. I bring this up because I will almost definitely be editing down the little stream into little chaotic chunks, so you should expect to see that popping up in my branching out on not just the Sims channel vibes. I just want to play everything, okay? So I need to get back to the little Sim world, and then Wax Heads is out. I don't have it yet, but like Wax Heads is out, and I played the demo, and I love the demo, and I need to get so many games so little time. But we'll get there. It's the fun of it all. Yeah, please do feel free to let me know what you're up to in your games. Whether it be The Sims, or if you're also going down the Tomodachi Life rabbit hole. I will accept any and all chaotic game rambles, or wholesome, less chaotic game rambles, if you know. You do you. I'm just like, yes, I'm monologuing. You can monologue in the comments all you want to. Oh yeah, this is another thing. The roof, I do a little half wall around the edge, and I forget to paint it whilst recording. I fixed it for the gallery upload. It's another thing I fixed for the gallery upload, because the building is not that much different shade-wise to an unpainted wall, so I didn't catch it. Plus, you know, when you come to the end of the building, you're like, I'm done! And your eyes have just stopped paying attention. Like, yeah, we're done. There's no problems here. Then you look at it a little later, or when you're taking the screenshots and go, oh, oopsie. Oopsie. It's fine. It's fine. Don't worry about it. Oh, look, it's a hot tub. Imagine. Oh, yeah, I had to fight that plant. And I forgot how most of the hot tubs are in completely different packs to what I'd already used. I debated using the anniversary one I did, but I was like, that's not the vibe. Not the vibe at all, so we worked with it. It's okay. And let me use a little bit of pool stuff. I tried to minimize, like, it's mostly the more base game stuff, but there's a little bit of, obviously just with the water, the sparkly blue water, you know, a little bit of get-together and whatnot thrown in. And again, probably maybe a little bit, maybe in my save file version will add a water slide, although I feel like no, it's a spa pool. I should restrain myself. But also it's The Sims. Who says a spa pool can't have a glorious water slide? Or maybe I just need to go build another water park, because I don't think I've built an indoor pool since we got or have I don't remember. When did I last build? Was that like last summer? Maybe I haven't. Either way, even if I have, you can never build too many of the same thing. If that's one thing we can learn from, I mean, sim creators at large, but am I right now definitely thinking Little Sims and those Blue Suburbans? Yeah. Build plentiful. Have fun. Sorry, I definitely stayed up a little too late on Tomodachi Life, and I am not a recovered shrimp, so I'm like, I'm not awake. But yeah, I think I'm doing my best. I don't know. I'm not, like, I don't feel like I need to apologize if I, like, sound tired. I'm just rambling further on the topic, you know? You know the vibe. It's a vibe. Whatever the vibe is. Look at all those chickens. But it's Sims 4 wall planters. Yeah. Oh yeah, I do shuffleable wall vents around. I don't even think it's in the screenshots, but it's in the gallery. You'll see they're more in a actual layout. I think I'd slightly given up by the time I hit the roof. I was like, just put some things, make it look okay. We'll get out of this. Like, you know, I don't know. I don't remember. Maybe I was hungry by the time I was done building. Maybe I was just tired, because I feel like every single time I go to build, I'm like, it will only take a couple of hours. I don't know why, because it's never taking me only a couple of hours to build anything that wasn't, like, I don't know, a tiny home. Unrealistic expectations of time. That's the issue. Is it a me thing? Yes. Not exclusively, but, like, is it a me problem? Yes. But thank you for listening to my beautiful, beautiful ramble. Like I said, if you would like this Golden Daze spa in your game, my gallery ID is Shrimpchu. It is the newest build. It's called Golden Daze Spa. It has 0 custom content and however many packs. Feel free to check out my channel. I have a variety of other sim builds, random things from my sims, recreations from other games, sometimes shows and movies. Of course, actually other games, like stuff like Little Sim World. I will be looking forward to checking out Power Lives later this month. Other cozy games. Life's too short and there are many games out there and I want to enjoy them all. But thank you for watching, and I hope you have a fabulous rest of your weekend and start of your weeks. Goodbye!